On its website, Slice introduces itself as India's best credit card challenger, and it is apparently emerging as one. Slice turned as a unicorn after raising $220 million last month in a Series B round. It is issuing 2 lakh cards every month, trailing only HDFC Bank and ICICI Bank, and boasts a waiting list of over 1 million users. And just like Slice, another startup, Uni, is also making its mark and has found a disruptive workaround in the form of pay later cards. In October 2020, Uni raised $18.5 million in a seed round without a product in hand. Today, it is adding 1,000 new customers each day, with disbursals hitting 120 crore rupees for the month of November. The startup claims it is seeing a 40% month-on-month growth. Let us find out how pay later cards are different from credit cards. India has just 66 million credit cards in circulation. On the other hand, 934 million debit cards were in circulation in October. It is because it is not an easy task to secure a credit card in India, as banks are highly conservative in this segment. They prefer customers with full-time salaried jobs or those with high credit scores. If you are a student, freelance professional, a self-employed person, or a blue-collar worker, you can be rest assured that banks would largely ignore you. But the fintech companies offering pay later cards are promising to change this all. More than anything, by focusing on millennials who are digitally active but without a credit history, these startups are helping them build credit scores for the first time. For this, Slice is issuing cards with a credit limit as low as 2,000 rupees, which is then dynamically increased as users spend more and get consistent in repayment. Uni's CEO and co-founder Nitin Gupta told Business Standard that its existing card is designed for people to tide over short-term liquidity issues. While Uni currently depends on credit scores to choose its customers, the startup will soon launch another product that is targeted towards customer segments that do not have access to credit today. And unlike the credit cards, pay later cards don't have revolving interest. Credit cards charge interest on interest, and in case of late payment, interest is charged from the date of transaction. In pay later, there is no interest fee on new purchases in case of partial payment. Uni CEO Nitin Gupta, who was previously the founder of PayU India and CEO of Ola Financial Services, tells us about it in detail.
What happens in a pay later, right? Every transaction is actually a loan. Credit card, what you have is something called as revolving interest. What that means is that, let's say you get late in paying, then from the date of transaction, they can apply interest charges. Or let's say you did not pay your full due, right? Let's say your bill was 10,000 rupees, you paid 2,000 rupees. Then the remaining 8,000 rupees interest will be capitalized from that day. But let's say you did another transaction of 3,000 rupees. On the new transaction, 3,000 rupees, interest will be happening from day one itself. There will be no interest free period. Now, in case of a pay later, because every transaction is a loan, that doesn't happen. Let's say you get late in paying, then only late fee can be applied. Retrospective interest cannot be applied. Now, let's say you had to pay 10,000 rupees as your due. You paid 2,000. So you are paying higher interest on the remaining 8,000. Now you did another 3,000 rupee transaction. That another 3,000 rupee transaction is a fresh loan governed by the terms and conditions originally signed. So on that 3,000 rupees, there will be no interest charged, right? So that's the first meaningful difference, no revolving interest. Second meaningful difference is that there is no interest capitalization. In credit card, every month, the interest that was charged will be capitalized, and then interest on interest can be charged. In case of a loan, interest on interest or interest on fees or fees on fees can never be charged. The third fundamental difference is repayment schedule. Credit card has no repayment schedule, right? You can actually carry a credit card balance forever. You pay minimum, then you skip, you pay minimum, you skip. In case of a loan, right, there is an end date. It's a term loan. We are giving a 3-month loan or a 24-month loan, right? There's an end date. There's a repayment schedule. Credit card doesn't have a repayment schedule. And pay laters cards, the way they work is that they give you a pay later line, and they then give you a zero balance prepaid card. Now, what happens is when a customer uses this prepaid card, let's say you're using 3,000 rupee transaction in Shopper Stop, right? Then 3,000 rupees from the pay later line is in real time disbursed into the prepaid card, and the prepaid card then makes a transaction for rupees 3,000. It happens in real time. Pay laters run on top of prepaid cards. Credit cards are credit cards.
A pay later card offers greater flexibility and simplicity in repayment also, which is what the companies are projecting as their selling proposition. Slice and Uni both allow their customers to split their bills equally over 3 months with no additional charges. This business too comes with its fair share of risks in the form of non-performing assets, and the true test of their underwriting process will be known only in the medium term. But in due course, we can expect such innovative lending companies to substantially increase the total addressable market for their cards and other credit products from traditional financial institutions.
If you like this video, share it and subscribe to Business Standard. For more news, views and insights, log on to www.business-standard.com. Do also follow us on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Telegram and LinkedIn.